She's dying to sleep with you right now, but she'll never say it out loud. And here's what kills me. Most guys completely miss the signs because they don't understand female psychology, and while you're sitting there wondering if she's into you, another guy who knows these 7 signals already took her home. I'm about to show you the exact things women do when they want you sexually, but can't risk looking desperate. And I need you to pay close attention to number 5, because when I reveal it, you're gonna slap your forehead and realize how many opportunities you've already missed. This isn't about games or manipulation. This is about understanding the hidden language women use to communicate desire without saying a single word. And by the end of this video, you'll have a superpower that 99% of men don't have, the ability to read her intentions before she even knows she's showing them. So right now, drop a like if you're ready to stop missing signals, and let me ask you something. Have you ever had a woman throw hints at you that you completely ignored? Comment yes if that's happened, because what I'm about to share will make sure it never happens again. Here's what society doesn't tell you. Women are programmed from childhood to never appear sexually forward, because being labeled easy can destroy her social value. So she's developed an entire covert communication system to show you she wants you without actually saying it. I've studied female psychology for years, and I've interviewed hundreds of women who confess the exact tactics they use when they want a man sexually. And today I'm handing you that playbook on a silver platter. But here's the thing. Signal number 3 is so subtle that most men interpret it completely backwards and end up in the friend zone even though she was literally inviting them to make a move. Stay with me, because each signal builds on the last one. And if you miss even one, you might sabotage your chances with a woman who's already decided she wants you. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I drop psychology breakdowns like this every single week. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Signal number 1 is something I call the strategic coincidence, and this is where she becomes a master chess player. She starts showing up in the same places as you. Same gym, same time, same coffee shop, same friend's party. And here's the brilliant part. She always has a plausible excuse ready. Oh, I always come here. Or, what a coincidence. Or, my friend dragged me here. But let me tell you the truth that she'll never admit. It wasn't a coincidence at all. When a woman wants to sleep with you, her brain goes into hunter mode, and she starts engineering situations to be near you without looking obvious about it. Because if she just said, "Hey, I've been thinking about you and wanted to see you," she risks looking needy. So instead, she creates these accidental encounters that give her plausible deniability while maximizing her chances of being on your radar. I remember this one woman who told me she literally changed her entire gym schedule just to match the times this guy worked out, and she kept that up for 3 weeks until he finally asked her out. Have you ever noticed a woman suddenly appearing in your spaces more often? Drop a comment and tell me where it happened. Gym, work, social events? Because once you see this pattern, you can't unsee it. Now here's where it gets even more interesting, because signal number 2 happens in her body completely involuntarily, and this is pure evolutionary biology at work. When a woman is sexually attracted to you, her entire body orientation shifts in your direction even when she's in a group of people. And I'm talking about her feet, her torso, her shoulders. Everything points at you like a compass pointing north. Scientists call this body orientation, and it's one of the most reliable indicators of sexual interest because it's controlled by the subconscious mind. But there's more. She reduces the physical distance between you two. She leans in when you talk. She finds excuses to touch your arm or shoulder, accidentally, and she invades your personal space in ways she would never do with someone she's not attracted to. I've seen this happen in bars, in offices, in social gatherings. Her body literally betrays her intentions before her mouth ever does. And here's what most guys miss. They think she's just being friendly, when in reality her nervous system is screaming, "I want this man." Quick question for you. Can you think of a time when a woman's body language was telling you something her words weren't? Hit that like button if this is making sense, because signal number 3 is about to blow your mind. This next one is psychological warfare disguised as casual communication, and it happens on her phone. She always responds to your messages. Always. But here's the catch. She deliberately waits 15, 20, 30 minutes before replying because she doesn't want you to know she saw your text the second it came through. This is her protecting herself from looking too available, too eager, too easy. But the truth is, she's been staring at her phone waiting for you to text, and the moment that notification pops up, she reads it immediately. Now here's how you know she wants you. She doesn't just respond. She keeps the conversation going. She asks questions. She brings up new topics. She uses emojis and exclamation points to show investment. A woman who's not interested, she gives you one-word answers. Haha, cool, yeah, and then disappears. But a woman who wants to sleep with you will find any excuse to keep that digital connection alive, because in her mind, every message is a step closer to you two being alone together. I want you to think about your current text conversations right now. Which women are always pulling the conversation forward? Comment below with just a number. How many women are doing this with you right now? And stick with me, because signal number 4 is when things escalate to a whole different level. Here's where she makes her boldest move while still maintaining plausibility. And this is the moment most guys either capitalize on or completely fumble. When a woman wants to sleep with you, she creates or accepts opportunities to be alone with you. And she does this with surgical precision. Want to come over and watch a movie? I just got a new apartment. Want to see it? Can you give me a ride home? Let's grab a drink, just the two of us. Now listen carefully. Women are not stupid. They know exactly what being alone with a man implies, especially at night, especially in private spaces. She's creating the conditions for sex to happen while giving herself the mental safety net of, well, we were just hanging out. This is plausible deniability at its finest, and it's how she protects her reputation while pursuing what she wants. I'll be honest with you. I used to miss this signal all the time in my early 20s. I thought women just wanted to be friends and hang out, and I lost so many opportunities because I didn't understand what she was really offering. Have you ever been invited to a woman's place just to chill, and you didn't make a move? Be real in the comments. How many times has this happened to you? Because what I'm about to share next is the signal I promised you at the beginning, and I guarantee when you hear it, you're going to have flashbacks to moments you completely misread. Signal number 5 is reconnaissance disguised as casual conversation, and once you spot this, you'll never miss it again. She starts asking questions about your romantic life, but she does it in a way that seems innocent and conversational. So are you seeing anyone right now? What's your type? Are you the relationship type or more casual? How do you usually meet people? And here's the killer question. Have you ever hooked up with someone from our friend group? What she's really doing is gathering intelligence. She needs to know if you're available, what your relationship style is, whether you're the type who gets attached after sex, and most importantly, if you're the kind of guy she can sleep with without it getting complicated. This is her risk assessment phase, because women have way more to lose socially from casual sex than men do, so she needs to know what she's getting into. And here's the part that trips guys up. They answer these questions like it's just friendly conversation when in reality, she's deciding whether to greenlight sleeping with you. Let me ask you something right now. Has a woman recently asked about your dating life? Drop a yes in the comments, because that might have been her opening the door for you. Now subscribe if you haven't already, because signal number 6 is when things get physical. And this is where her body does the talking. This is where the mask comes off, and her desire becomes almost impossible to hide. When a woman wants to sleep with you, she starts touching you in ways that seem accidental, but are completely intentional. Her hand on your arm when she laughs, adjusting your collar or brushing something off your shirt, playful pushes or taps on your chest. And here's the big one. She maintains eye contact longer than normal, like 2 or 3 seconds past comfortable, and that eye contact is loaded with sexual tension. Touch releases oxytocin in the brain, which is the bonding and attraction hormone, and she knows instinctively that physical contact accelerates intimacy, so when she combines touch with prolonged eye contact, she's basically creating a chemical reaction in both of your bodies that screams sexual attraction. I've had women tell me they do this consciously as a test. If you respond to the touch and reciprocate the eye contact, she knows you're picking up what she's putting down. And if you don't, she knows she needs to be even more obvious or move on. Pay attention to this next question because it's important. When was the last time a woman touched you during conversation more than what seemed necessary? Think about it and comment with the situation. Was it at a bar, at work, at a party? Because that physical escalation is her giving you permission to escalate too. And that brings me to the final signal, the most direct one, the one that leaves zero room for doubt. Signal number 7 is when she normalizes sexual conversation around you, and this is her final test before she makes herself vulnerable. She'll bring up sex casually in conversation, making sexual jokes, commenting on a provocative Instagram post, asking your opinion on open relationships or kinks or fantasies, talking about her own experiences or curiosities. What she's doing here is threefold. First, she's breaking down the barrier of sexual taboo between you two so that when things do get physical, it won't feel awkward or out of nowhere. Second, she's giving you explicit permission to be sexual with her in return. And third, she's testing sexual compatibility because she wants to know if you two are on the same wavelength. Here's the truth bomb. Women do not have sexual conversations with men they don't want to sleep with. Period. If she's comfortable talking about sex around you, in front of you, with you, she's already imagined what sex with you would be like. This is her way of saying, I'm a sexual person, and I'm open to this with you, without actually saying those words. So, let me ask you directly, has a woman ever steered conversation towards sexual topics when talking to you one-on-one? Comment, she did, if this has happened, because you need to understand what that actually meant. Now here's what separates men who succeed with women from men who stay in the friend zone forever. Recognizing these signals is only half the battle. You also have to have the courage to act on them. Because here's what kills me. I see guys receive all 7 of these signals and still do nothing because they're scared of misreading the situation or making things awkward. But let me tell you something. If you're seeing 3 or more of these signals from the same woman, she wants you to make a move. The risk isn't in acting. The risk is in not acting and watching her lose interest because you didn't step up. Women are attracted to decisiveness, to leadership, to men who can read the room and escalate confidently. So when she's giving you these signals, she's literally handing you the keys and waiting for you to drive. I want you to think right now about a woman in your life who might be showing you some of these signs. Is it a coworker? A friend? Someone you see regularly? Drop a comment and tell me how many of these 7 signals you've noticed from her. And be honest with yourself because awareness is the first step to action. And if this video is opening your eyes to opportunities you've been missing, smash that like button right now and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Before we wrap up, I need to tell you something personal because I want you to understand why I make this content. Years ago, I was completely clueless about female psychology. I missed signal after signal after signal from women who were interested in me, and I spent years frustrated and confused, wondering why I wasn't getting results. It wasn't until I actually started studying how women think, how they communicate attraction, how they protect themselves socially while pursuing what they want sexually, that everything changed for me. And now I make these videos because I wish someone had explained this stuff to me when I was younger. I wish someone had given me the decoder ring to female behavior instead of letting me stumble around in the dark. So if you're watching this and you relate to that frustration, know that you're not alone. And know that understanding women isn't about manipulation or tricks. It's about education and awareness. When you understand the psychology behind the behavior, you stop taking things personally, you stop missing opportunities, and you start showing up as the confident, socially intelligent man that women are actually attracted to. So here's what I want you to do right now. First, subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications because I release videos every single week breaking down female psychology, dating strategies, and attraction principles that actually work. Second, go watch the video I'm about to recommend, where I show you the 5 phrases that make any woman chase you. It's the perfect follow-up to what you just learned here. Third, and this is the most important part, I want you to comment below and tell me which of these 7 signals you've been missing. Was it the strategic coincidences, the body language, the text patterns, the alone time invitations, the romantic recon questions, the physical touch, or the sexual conversation? Just comment the number, 1 through 7, and let me know because your awareness of this will change your results immediately. And if you know a guy who needs to hear this, someone who's been missing signals left and right, send him this video right now, because knowledge like this is too valuable to keep to yourself. Remember, the difference between the men women want to sleep with and the men they just want to be friends with isn't looks or money or status. It's the ability to recognize desire and act on it confidently. You now have that ability, so use it wisely, use it respectfully, and watch how your dating life transforms. I'll see you in the next video where we go even deeper into female attraction triggers, and until then, stay sharp, stay confident, and stop missing the signals she's already sending you.